Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. I must be willing to give up what I am in order to become what I will be. I'd rather be an optimist and a fool than a pessimist and right. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. There are two ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle. You can live as if everything is a miracle. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit, and a violin. What else does a man need to be happy? Nothing happens until something moves. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. If A is a success in life, then A equals X plus Y plus Z. Work is X. Y is play, and Z is keeping your mouth shut. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. The important thing is to not stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. A true genius admits that she knows nothing. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. The only source of knowledge is experience. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. You never fail until you stop trying. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. I believe in intuition and inspiration. At times I feel certain I am correct while not knowing the reason. I never think of the future, it comes soon enough. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Any man who can drive safely while kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention it deserves. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. You ask me if I believe in God. I believe in Spinoza's God who reveals himself in the orderly harmony of what exists, not in a God who concerns himself with fates and actions of human beings. The harder I work, the luckier I get. In order to be an immaculate member of a flock of sheep, one must above all be a sheep oneself. Any man who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. It has become appallingly obvious that our technology has exceeded our humanity. If people are good only because they fear punishment and hope for reward, then we are a sorry lot indeed. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. The secret to creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. I often think in music. I live my daydreams in music. I see my life in terms of music. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is comprehensible. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Any problem that can be solved by the laws of physics is not worth bothering about. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. If the facts don't fit the theory, change the facts. It is better to raise questions than to propose solutions. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Do not worry about your difficulties in mathematics. I can assure you mine are still greater. A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. Great ideas often receive violent opposition from mediocre minds. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. Where there is love, there is no question. Moral questions can be settled only by experience, not by injunctions. We shall require a substantially new manner of thinking if mankind is to survive. If I had an hour to solve a problem, I'd spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about solutions. Blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. Men marry women with the hope they will never change. Women marry men with the hope they will change. Invariably, they are both disappointed. I like to think that the moon is there, even if I am not looking at it. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. Any man who can read too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. Lectures should rather be attempted to those who do not already know the lessons. Intellectuals solve problems, geniuses prevent them. You can't blame gravity for falling in love. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. If something is in your heart that you must do, then don't let the mists of uncertainty, the storms of rejection, or the clouds of criticism stop you. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. Nothing truly valuable arises from ambition or from a mere sense of duty. A person starts to live when he can live outside himself. I never made one of my discoveries through the process of rational thinking. I am enough of an optimist to believe that man will not merely endure, he will prevail. To punish me for my contempt for authority, fate made me an authority myself. Once you can accept the universe as matter, expanding into nothing that is something, wearing stripes with plaid comes easy. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? In the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. I believe that a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best both for the body and the mind. Joy in looking and comprehending is nature's most beautiful gift. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual. Out of clutter, find simplicity. From discord, find harmony. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. A human being is part of the whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. Memory is deceptive because it is colored by today's events. The only way to escape the corruptible effect of praise is to go on working. If I were wrong, then one would have been enough. The hardest thing in the world to understand is the income tax. One cannot simultaneously prevent and prepare for war. Desire is the key to motivation, but it is determination and commitment to an unrelenting pursuit of your goal, a commitment to excellence. That will enable you to attain the success you seek. All religions, arts, and sciences are branches of the same tree. When the solution is simple, God is answering. It is only to the individual that a soul is given. We still do not know 1,000th of 1% of what nature has revealed to us. I want to know God's thoughts. The rest are details.